Shalom Israel. First and foremost, we give all praises, all honor, all glory to Yahweh B'Shem Shai, B'Shem HaKadosh, the abundant apostles and elders of Great Millstone who teach us this truth. Peace and blessings to hopeful like to Israel, and Shalom. Yahweh is the name of the Heavenly Father in Hebrew. B'Shem means the name. Yahweh Shai is the name of the All-Begotten Son. Back with the lesson. It's be a quick lesson going to an M.O.T.B update, the Karagma, the chip, which are ultimately seeing the foundation being built up with this beast system that they're trying to implement, as you see. And it's certain areas that start to go to, move towards a more digitized route. As you see, they're adding more self-checkout aisles in Walmarts and different big supermarkets that people go to on a day-to-day basis. They're starting to add more new apps where you can just purchase on just a wave of your phone and, walk out without, going to a cashier and, checking out yourself. So you're slowly starting to see what is ultimately building up towards and leading to, which all roads lead to the M.O.T.B. So what's continuing on is the end of ATMs in Australia, which in Sweden, I believe they went, pretty much digital over there. It says thousands of cash machines are removed across the country as banks go digital. So coming soon is all going to be by the way of the M.O.T.B. Everything about you, your credit card, everything is going to be on that mark, on the Karagma, the M.O.T.B, the chip. Your exact location, which they're also not going to tell you certain things, obviously, to keep you on board with their agenda and ultimately what they're pushing. But it says ATMs and bank branches across Australia are continuing to close at rapid rate. Switched by customers to digital banking, seeing Big Four banks switch their focus. ANZ head of disruption, Kath Bray, said changes were a clear sign of the times. Which I believe they have a thing, a so-called slogan, the big reset or whatever. So they're ultimately trying to usher in this beast system. They're trying to do away with this cash-based system that you see, trying to crash and destroy this economy. Because you're already seeing people hating on it and they don't like it. They're looking for a solution, a new system, which is ultimately going to swoop in with this so-called solution to solve this problem, which can be the M.O.T.B, this digitized system that they want to implement. As Australian banks continue to focus on digital transactions for customers, ATMs and bank branches are disappearing across the country according to new data, and so ultimately will be everywhere. Everything will be digital, which ultimately seeing what is leading to, once again, if you have the eyes to see and the ears to hear, you're seeing, once again, more self-checkout aisles. You're seeing these different apps, on your phone. They can just scan and pay and be on your way. Amazon One, you can just scan with the palm of your hand, and pay. So you see slowly what this is building up towards and leading to. But let's read a little bit more and get to the scriptures. The analysts revealed close to 460 bank branches have shut down across the nation in recent years. 460, hey, that's a lot, man. And dating back to 2020, approximately 3,800 previously active ATMs have been removed. So you see, they've been doing this for a minute now, and they're trying to implement these plans as fast as they can in Revelation 12 and 12. Therefore rejoice ye heavens, and ye that do warn them, woe to inhabit the earth and the sea. For the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because you know that he hath but a short time. These devils know the run of time, so you see them trying to rush and to put their plans into action. But let's get to scriptures, and Lord wants to have a lesson. It says Revelation 13:16 through 17. And he called all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. You're seeing Elon Musk also creating the Neuralink in the forehead, the mark in the forehead. Which you see, I believe they're starting to begin human trials testing, I believe, or they haven't done it yet, but they're planning on doing it early this year. But you see, also, I made a lesson going to how they've, Elon Musk admitted to killing monkeys, or the Neuralink killing the monkeys. So ultimately, it just shows you how hardcore the test that they're doing. Ultimately doing it to its full extent. What works and what doesn't. So they're able to use it to its full extent on people. But the word mark goes into the word karagma when you go into the Greek, and then it goes into etching, scratch, so you can say physical mark. So showing you once again the importance of the etymology of the words so you know the true definitions and what it's going into. Verse 17, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. So coming soon, you won't be able to buy anything without it. You're going to be an outcast. You're going to be demonized, criminalized. Mainly us, the prophets, man, that are bringing about this word. Bringing out this word, this truth, this knowledge, understanding. And teaching you of what's coming. What these devils are trying to do. Listen, no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark of the name of the beast or the number of his name. So you won't be able to go inside grocery stores. You won't be able to go to your job. You won't be able to go to different states. You won't be able to travel or do anything. So ultimately showing you the tests, the trials, the tribulations, the temptations that we are about to go through, man, and how we will be tried. We are going to get run through the ringer, man. But you see, now we are in the training process, as you see right now with the juice. This is basically training for the true test to come, so we are prepared. Because you're seeing similar restrictions and things that we would see when the M.O.T.B is kind of, basically in place. So you're seeing the build-up and basically the practice for this true test to come. But let's get Daniel 12:4 says, but thou, O Daniel, shut up the words and seal the book, even to the time of the end. Many shall run to and fro, and knowledge shall be increased. The knowledge has been increased, man. Especially you see with these devils, with all the technology that they have, the Space Force that they created, all these different weapons that they give you sprinkles and taste of, but they really haven't shown you behind the scenes. I mean, it shows you just knowledge has been increased, especially those of us that are in this truth, man, the prophets. Better understanding of these scriptures, man, and how to break them down and what we are going into, and the times, and how to measure the times that we're in. But to get these last few scripts I got, and the Lord's edifying. Isaiah 10:1 says, woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees and that write grievousness which they have prescribed. These draconian like laws and measures that they are implementing to force the people into a corner, which draconian goes into harsh. So these tough like laws that they will be implementing to ultimately force your hand and push you into a corner. Because coming soon you'll be jailed and fined, which may let's go to that also. Someone didn't have an M, if you know what I'm talking about, an M-A-S-K. Don't want to say the full word, because these devils, but they got fined and jailed for that. Which ultimately the devil, Esau Edom, escalated and basically, put them into a predicament where they had to kind of fight back, I guess, for lack of better words. But won't send the decree and righteous decrees and the right grievances which they have prescribed. So you're seeing on a lower scale now, a lower scale to like it now, and ultimately it will be built up. It's lucky on a whole nother scale. Coming soon. Okay, we're going to be demonized, called terrorists, which I definitely recommend watching that one lesson I went into. The spiritual commentary on the Spider-Man. In the most recent one. Because we're going to be called criminals, called selfish, because you don't want to, protect your family from the 19 and all these different variants that you see. They're calling us all sorts of names, man. But the script's going to have to be hated for Yahweh outside his namesake, man. But those that wait until the end and endure and remain faithful and continue to endure these temptations, these trials, tribulations, will receive that crown of life through will. But 2 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 11, lest Satan should get advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. We see what his plans are and what he is trying to do and implement. And we have been warning you through the spirit and power of the M.O.T.B that these things were coming. World War III, as you're seeing that spark, which is going to be ultimately that spark to create that fire, which is World War III, as you see with Russia and Ukraine. It's going to be that spark to create that fire to get this whole thing kicking off. But there are still things that need to be filled, as you see with the M.O.T.B. You're starting to see it slowly being built up, the foundation being built up, this B system slowly and surely being implemented, which it will. Which ultimately, needs to be mandated and pushed, the M.O.T.B. But the Lord's not going to let them, fully get away with their plans and put their full, plans into action, let them get away with it. The Lord's going to stop them right in his tracks, because the script's going to tell, the Lord has set bounds that he cannot pass. So he's definitely ruling for a short period of time. He's going to try to implement his plans fully, but he won't be able to. But let's continue on. Last scripture, and I'll close out. Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 3 says, for the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, it will surely come. Because it will surely come, it will not tarry. So we are in these appointed times that you see, for the visions yet for an appointed time. So we're in those appointed times that are spoken of in the scriptures. Though it's not on the high scale now, but you're starting to see it slowly being built up and slowly being fulfilled, showing you the times that we are in and that we are almost out of here. So we should go, harder than we have ever went before, especially in times that we're in. We are literally at the end of this thing, man. This year could be it, man, with all the things that are happening, going on. All the prophecy you're seeing, flying out of this book, out of these pages, I mean, where else could it be? We hope and pray that it is, but, we gotta wait and see how things exactly play out, these exact intricacies. But, pretty much hit the point. Don't want to drag this lesson too long. Though you got some edification out of it, as you see, the foundation is being built for this beast system, and ultimately the mark of the beast. Oh, I said the word. You gotta be careful. But the M.O.T.B is pretty much here already. But it's not mandated and pushed at gigantic. Slack it, one of my words. It's not on that gigantic scale just yet. But gotta be careful with my words. But the Lord is edifying. I'll close out when to give all praises, all honor and glory to Yahweh Shai, Bashim Krakadash, that born the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings. I just hope like Israel. Shalom.